Welcome back to the Daily O and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Alyssa Brandon. Oklahoma State football team is looking more and more like a reality TV show as the weeks go on, with another firing on this coaching staff. In the middle of the third quarter, Oklahoma State Cowboys down by 20. You'd think the stadium would be emptying, but really a couple of guys ran up to the top of the student section, took their shirts off, and started waving them around, trying to galvanize all of Boone Pickens Stadium. Now you might say Todd Grantham, well, didn't he just get here? And you'd be right, he's only coached 4 games for the Oklahoma State Cowboys, but in those 4 games, he led a defense that is now ranked 128th in total defense. Okay, I got one last unexpected question. Gundy talked a little bit about how his hair looks in the video game. I know you've probably seen him in the video game. How do you think he looks?
I think they did him bad. I don't know.
Yeah, Tyler, the energy is absolutely electric out here at one of Oklahoma State's greatest events of the week, the walk around. And as you can see behind me, there are already people lining up. In a much needed win, the Oklahoma State Cowboys rule 22nd ranked DBU Patriots in a hitting masterclass 16-4. Another guy I looked at is safety Landon Cleveland on the Oklahoma State football side. He's been making plays as well and kind of just been making his name known in Houston. He had quite a few pass breakups there, and another guy that got his hands on the ball, but they're just not quite there yet. They're so close. They're young guys. With new field level suites, you can quite literally sit in the end zone while you watch the Cowboys score a touchdown. This is a huge game for Zane Flores. He needs to absolutely be given the right schemes and everything from his coaching staff to just be able to settle in there, get a feel for what Boone Pickens Stadium feels like, and he just needs the chance to throw a couple of completions. He just couldn't get into a rhythm. He has a 20-35 coaching record from 2021 to 2024. Before that, he was a defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers, where he made an elite defense on the 49ers. Then he took a head coaching role. And he made a great defense for the Jets. But what has this Jets offense been ever since he's been the coach? Then guys who are loyal and true to their core. Braden Presley, yes, that is Brendan Presley's brother, stays committed to the Cowboys. And then Edge Landon Bland honors his commitment that he had from March.
Macy Heward was one of the hottest names in the Cowgirls' 2024 transfer portal class, a 6'2", lethal sharpshooter. Coming from Montana University, she quickly made her mark as she dropped 31 points in the Cowgirls' first game. After her breakout game, Macy credited her teammates for her performance.
They found me when I was hot tonight, and I'm just thankful for every girl on the team, and it's honestly my favorite team I've ever been a part of, so it's just been a really great experience.
It was a great experience for Macy all year. She finished averaging 6.4 points and played an important role for the Cowgirls.
I mean, she was a big impact player. I mean, when Hoyt cut the rotation to just 8 going into the postseason in Big 12 play, I mean, Macy was one of those key pieces off the bench.
She patiently awaited her junior season as the Cowgirls entered summer workouts. But the season didn't begin how she thought it would.
It happened in June, so my sister got married in the middle of June, and a week before that I called my dad and I was like, bro, my Achilles is hurting, this has never happened before, I don't really know what's going on. So then I got to the wedding and I just couldn't walk down the stairs, and I was like, I don't know what's going on.
With the pain continuing to bother her, Macy and her family thought it best to seek out a second opinion.
I ended up going home, and we live next door to the Denver Nuggets doctor. He checked out my foot and he was like, yeah, this is a bone issue. You basically have a bone spur on the back of your heel. It's pushed into your Achilles tendon. It's going to create massive amount of pain. You can only get it surgically removed.
Now, knowing she would need surgery, Macy stayed at home while her mom and dad got to take care of her.
That was a huge, huge comfort and a blessing and a gift to have those very experienced, talented surgeons. And so she was able to have the surgery, and for the 2.5 weeks post-surgery, really be in the good caring hands of her mother more than even her father.
Although some would be discouraged by a season-ending injury, when Macy was asked about how she would get through times like this, her answer was simple.
I think just God's strength, not your own. Just knowing that he lives within you, and he's gonna provide for you exactly what you need, and his spirit literally lives in you. How cool is that? And that's what I just lean on.
Luckily for Macy, her parents have modeled the same perspective throughout her life.
And it's not a lucky rabbit's tail, or, oh, this is just a quick fix. It's nope, the Lord has us going through this journey. And for Macy right now, this kind of really hard valley of injury for a purpose.
While Macy is disappointed about sitting the season out, she's using this opportunity to support her team, even if it's not out on the court.
I'm called to so much more than to just be like, man, like, this sucks. This isn't the attitude I'm gonna have, and like, I'm just gonna like love on them and support them as best I can, and it's easy to do because I love them and like truly want the best for all of them. So I'm excited for the season ahead. It's gonna be a good one.
Lundy's got pretty good velocity for left-handed reliever, 94, 95 miles an hour. He's got a slider and a curveball. The slider's really side to side. The curveball, probably the better of the two pitches, more up and down.
My name is Ethan Lund. I'm from Fishers, Indiana, and I'm a left-handed pitcher. I'm type 1 diabetic. I was diagnosed when I was 7 years old, and yeah, I've pretty much just had it from there. Yeah, it was definitely tough from a young age. I definitely had my parents there to help me a lot, so at a young age I feel like it wasn't too hard. But just like as I grew older, it was definitely harder because they started to like lay back and let me learn it myself, so that was definitely a challenge. But I feel like just now that I've been on my own for a while, I feel like it's gotten pretty easy. Like, I just really have to stay on top of it, like especially on game days, and especially here with the heat. Like, the heat really affects it and it drops it low, so I just really have to stay on top of it.
There's a lot of support for him here, but he's a very mature kid. He knows how he feels. He's been taking care of himself now with diabetes for quite some time. Just one of those things, we got to make sure we always do our part to have things in the area, and he's awfully mature. He always does his part.
Yeah, we're all on it. I mean, me not as much as Chris and Garrett, the trainers, and that, but the kid is on it too. Like, he's the first one in, he's the last one home. He's detail oriented. He very functions maturity wise, not like a typical freshman. He moves around like an older guy. But
I'm not gonna give you like a typical answer where I was like thinking about like all the fans that were there. Like, I was more focused on not like passing out because my blood sugar was so low. Like, everyone always talks about it. There was just like a mound of applesauces in the dugout, and so aside from like the experience, like obviously that was crazy, like first time throwing in a college setting like that in front of, I think it was 8,000 fans. That was crazy, but I was just more focused on my blood sugar, in all honesty.
he knows what he needs and knows what's going on, and pre-game they'll have all that stuff prepared for him before, during, or after the game to manage it.
I have a monitor that tells me, and then I'll usually eat graham crackers, and then I'll always have applesauces with me to just take them if I need to.
Our sports medicine team does a great job. The facility is constantly stocked with healthy snacks and things that not only our players can benefit from, that Ethan can in case he needs to monitor his blood sugar.
Despite his lifelong handicap, though, he still has a hell of a fastball. The Oklahoma State Cowboys came into another Big 12 test with an unconventional starter at quarterback, and for a moment there was a spark. But in the end, the Houston offense was too much and ended up steamrolling the Cowboys 39-17. Wide receiver Sam Jackson ran out of the tunnel in Boone Pickens Stadium for the first time as a starting quarterback, and it was fireworks from the first drive. On a trick play from Doug Meacham, Shamar Rigby throws a 63-yard touchdown to Rodney Fields. A Logan Ward field goal would tie up the score 10-10, but from that point there wasn't much life left on offense. Sam Jackson would complete only 2 more passes for 6 yards after that.
It's a lot on him, and he made some mistakes, a couple of ill-advised throws, a couple of reads that were incorrect, but I mean, he functioned at times like what we want him to. I know he's capable of doing that, so.
Houston took advantage of the Cowboys' sloppy offense, outscoring them 20-0 in the middle 8, largely thanks to Cougar QB Connor Wegman carving up the defense for 306 yards. Houston outgained the Cowboys 487-225.
We didn't lose that game because Houston ran the ball. We lost that ball by giving up the deep ball and not winning some competitive situation. I mean, sooner or later you got to quit letting guys run by you.
The bright spot of the game was a high-spirited and shirtless Section 231, but not even that could save the Cowboys, who fall to 1-5. Reporting from Boone Pickens Stadium,
Alyssa Brandon, The Daily O.